My husband cheated with my son's girlfriend. I have to tell the story because it's almost too crazy to believe. My husband and I have been together for 20 years, but only married for 6. We hit a terrible time in our relationship 2 months into our marriage when he was arrested for drug use. I was unaware he was using. I went to work thinking he had the flu, only to find out it was actually drug withdrawal. He was arrested and sentenced to drug rehabilitation. He relapsed several times during outpatient treatment and was eventually forced to serve in in-house jail rehabilitation. During all of this, my son was dating his girlfriend. They had been together for 7 years at the time the cheating occurred. My son and his girlfriend were living at my parents' house about a mile away while she went to college, which my son paid for. The entire time they dated, I kept thinking she was going to leave him. I felt she wasn't all that into him. My son believed paying for her college was an investment in their future together. She graduated with her associate degree, and I felt the bomb was going to drop that she was leaving him. At this point, my husband and I were going through a rough time. He wasn't completing his rehabilitation, wasn't working, and I felt like he was hiding something. I thought he was using again and constantly tried to find out by looking through texts and emails. One morning, I randomly got a call from my son. He said, "Mom, we need to talk. Grab your keys and meet me outside of your house, but don't wake him." I thought to myself, oh no, she's pregnant and my son is freaking out. What happened in the next hour would destroy my entire family. I got into the car, and my son asked where we should go to talk privately. I suggested the Locks, a secluded place about 5 minutes down the road. My son stopped the car and said, "Mom, my girlfriend and my stepdad are cheating with each other." I felt like my soul had just left my body, and I was in an alternate universe. My son had found emails from his girlfriend and my husband saying stuff like how funny it would be if they left us for each other. They talked about meeting up every time my son and I left for work, having nightly activities in my bed. She even got me to braid her hair on multiple occasions, just to see him. Hearing all of this, my daily life flashed before my eyes. She would ask to come over to my house to study because my parents' house was noisy, or ask me to braid her hair for work the next day. I thought she was trying to bond with me for my son, but she was actually making eyes at my husband. Needless to say, I kicked him out that day, and after 2 weeks, she moved out of my parents' home and into an apartment with my husband. We are still married but have filed for divorce. Our court date has not been set yet. My daughter is completely crushed. She and my son's now ex-girlfriend never got along. My soon-to-be ex-husband decided my daughter is better off without him because he plans to go back to drugs as soon as his court hearings for drug court are over. Both of my kids went through terrible depression, and I am still trying to figure out what in the world happened to my family. I am so confused by all of this.